Hello everyone and welcome to All Day Sport Gamers. Today we are talking about leadership and culture building as laid out in the book Above the Line by the Ohio State University football coach Urban Meyer. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up video and set that reminder button so you don't miss a video. Let's go ahead and get into it. Urban Meyer has won 3 national championships. He sits nicely in conversation with greats like Walter Camp, John McKay, Newt Rockne. And today I just wanted to discuss some of the book's points on leadership and culture building. These are principles that you can adopt and adapt to your team. Coach Meyer is quoted saying that you do not get the culture you want, you get the culture you create. Many coaches come into their position and they're focused on turning a program around and creating a winning season, and their primary focus becomes the X's and O's, the players and the routes and the schemes and the plays. But if those players don't know how to lead, follow, and be coachable, you might as well be talking to a wall. I think every coach has experienced this in their coaching career. You must instill a rock-solid foundation that will not break, even in the hardest of times. The players need to feel confident when everything is against them. The score, the weather, injuries, their mental, their bodies, their mental capacity. When the team is at their lowest of lows, they still need to be ready to stand up and fight and can be confident and believe that you're building a sustainable culture. According to Meyer's book, Above the Line, he says you must invest in your culture and in your leadership. Leadership isn't a difference maker, it is the difference maker. So just like any skill, you must develop leadership. And you got to be patient within that development. And as that skill develops, a lot of coaches put pressure on their leaders and on their players, and they get disappointed when the appointed leaders let them down by not setting the proper example for the team. But what are you doing as a coach to build and develop leadership amongst your team? You should create situations where your natural leaders can shine and then build on those skills. Be very clear what you're looking for in a leader and define the leadership you want to see. It needs to be consistent and it needs to be clear. You need to be constantly echoing this throughout your program. This leadership is a prerequisite for building a culture that will be sustained. Of course, we're focused on wins and losses, but to focus all of your energy on just the results, you end up wasting energy that you could be channeling towards building a healthy culture. Culture is what sustains the behaviors that produce favorable results. The culture will sustain behaviors. Those behaviors that are done day in and day out will have and produce the best results, being wins, being great practices. You know, that's sustainability that you are looking to produce within your program. Okay, let's go over some of the points that Meyer touches on in the books. Like we said earlier, you don't get the culture you want, you get the culture you build. These cultures don't just grow like weeds without any allocated energy or focus. The healthy cultures are invested in and continuously are continuously developed. They're continuously developed day in and day out. It's what's on your mind. It's the primary train of thought. It's the primary focus that produces behavior that manifests itself in favorable results, like winning football games as Ohio State goes and scores a touchdown. How great, how perfect is that we talk about winning football games and producing sustainable, favorable results as Ohio State scores a touchdown. So this focus should stem from the top down. You should require your coaches, your captains, and leaders to mold, manage, and maintain the culture. Cultures are built systematically. Remember, E plus R equals O. This is something that comes straight from the book. E plus R equals O. This is event plus how you respond to it determines the outcome. Success in life overall is determined by how well you can manage the response you give to events that come up in your life. And this can be laid over your practices. This can be the film that is laid over your entire football program. E plus R equals O. And all of your players should adopt this behavior. All of your staff should adopt this behavior. All of the assistant coaches, from you all the way down. This should be how you should conduct yourselves in all the situations that football presents to you. Now Urban Meyer talks about creating a culture. Leaders create culture. Culture drives behavior. Behavior produces results. To build a sustainable culture, you must believe in it. These are three things that you need to adopt and adapt to your football program if you're going to build a healthy, sustainable culture, according to Urban Meyer in this book. You need to believe in it. You need to sell in it. You need to sell it, and you need to demand it. Okay, to believe in it, you must believe in your heart of hearts that this is the process that will produce the best results. This is the process. Before anything happens, before any cleats touch the turf, before any footballs are touched or any helmets are donned, you need to believe that this is the process. This is what is going to be the winning formula for your football program, and not just this season, but for many seasons to come. You need to sell it. You need to be consistent and clear in how you communicate to your players and coaches. It needs to be something that you're consistently communicating to them, and it needs to be clear every time you communicate it to them. Motivating your players to turn into learners. Elite players are learners, and they're eager to grow their skills beyond football talent. This is the plan. You need to be communicating this to them. Clearly, this is the plan. We will not deviate from this plan. Come hell or high water, this is the plan. At any cost, follow the plan, and then demand it. Adhering to the plan is not an option. It's a requirement. To be a part of this program, you are required to uphold the standards that we have clearly communicated to you. Hold your people accountable. And if you have to set examples, you have to set examples. Okay, it's a lot easier to maintain these cultures, this type of culture, when you have a common set of values that has been adopted by your entire program. If you instill these values into your team and they are constantly echoed through the standards you set in every aspect of your football program, you're going to be successful. You need to show, according to the book, it says relentless effort. You should go as hard as you can for 5 to 6 seconds from snap to whistle. From snap to whistle. 5 to 6 seconds, I need everything you have. And this is from mental reps to game reps, practice reps. This is from the last player on your roster to the first player on your roster. Every one of them need to be giving you the absolute most. They need to have competitive excellence. They need to have relentless focus on every rep, mental and physical. I love the word relentless. I love the word relentless. It just needs to be undeniable, okay? Next is uncommon commitment to each other. Like the Navy SEALs, you should be dedicated to your brothers on the field, and you need to understand that your actions can affect your team. Your actions can affect your team. What you do can have an effect on how your team responds. That needs to be on your mind at all times. It's a lot here, but I mean, 3 national championships. He's doing something right. All right. The power of belief. The power of belief can do a lot for the mental game of football. If someone is confident, they can perform better on the field. They perform better. They perform faster. They're mentally sharper. Confidence, it's very closely related with belief. Okay. If you believe you can do something, in turn, you're confident. And when you're confident, you perform better. Okay. If someone is confident, they perform better. It's simple as that. Belief will fortify the resiliency in your team. I absolutely love the word resiliency. Relentless, resiliency, both of them. Okay, resiliency, which is the quickness in which one bounces back to a normal form. The quickness in which one bounces back to normal form. Okay, when you are strong in your belief, when your values have built a foundation of which you can stand on and will not break, you believe and you are confident, and that makes it very easy for you to bounce back to normal form. When it's fourth quarter and you're down a touchdown, and maybe you just lost one of your better players due to an injury, you rely on resiliency. Your culture will sustain the fact that nothing changes. Next player up, and you continue to move down the field. Okay? And then the collective belief is the idea that it's our culture versus yours. There's teams out there that work with just the talent. Work with just the talent they have. Okay, and they don't have a culture that will back that up. They don't have the foundation. They're built on a foundation of sand. So as soon as those players leave, or a new situation presents itself, the foundation will give out. Those are teams that are easily exploited. But if you build a culture that is built on a foundation of stone, it will continue to hold and prop up any of the situations that your football program is presented with. Okay? And that's where we're going to stop today. If you're a football coach, if you're a player, if you're a fan, I encourage you to pick up the book. It's great. It's Urban Meyers' book, Above the Line. And I think it's great to start to challenge your own character and ask yourself if your behavior and your mindset is consistent with the values taught in this book. And starting today, become a better person. It's going to provide you with better results in life and ultimately make you more successful. These are proven results. All of the things that he talks about in this book are things that he incorporates into the football programs in which he's been a part of. He's won a national championship with 2 different teams, being Florida and Ohio State. These are things that have been proven to work. So if this is something that you're looking to incorporate into your football team, I think you're going to have great success. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give me a subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to set that reminder so that you don't miss a video. Thank you for watching. See ya.